Hello there, Internet. MegaMogwai here, and I got another video for you guys today. And today we'll play some more War of the Spark Standard, as I got a new deck for you, as I'm going to be playing Esper Midrange, a long-forgotten archetype that I'd say is back with a vengeance. Kill me. So, Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord is a pretty solid tool for Esper Midrange, which I think is going to be back at it in full force. In case you don't know, Esper Midrange is an archetype that flourished during the end of January this year, and it was my main laddering deck during February, actually, as I reached the high end of Mythic rank with it. But unfortunately, it kind of fell from grace a little bit as the metagame solidified, and it turned out, Sultai Midrange, Esper Control, and Mono Blue Tempo were perhaps a little bit more consistent and guaranteed their status as tier 1. Well, I'd say Esper Midrange achieved tier 1.5. It was still very competitive. It still could beat any deck out there, but it just wasn't at that level. It was missing a little bit, and I do think tools like Sorin definitely push it to the next level. I think Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord here is really good for the archetype, and I'm going to explain why. This is one of my favorite Planeswalkers from the set, and the reasoning is that -X ability. So initially, when you look at Sorin here, you see 4 mana, 4 loyalty Planeswalker with a passive that doesn't seem really too impactful, right? As long as it's your turn, creatures and Planeswalkers you control have lifelink. This is decent, but it's not really the craziest, and it's not going to win you many games. Maybe against aggro, but because it's only during your turn, it's not really as impactful against aggro creature-focused decks as well, right? And then you have a +2 that says, Sorin will deal 1 damage to target player or Planeswalker. So because Sorin gives himself lifelink, this means that you're doing 1 damage, and you're also gaining 1 health in the process. But that seems like a very low impact sort of ability, right? At first, it seems like Sorin here kind of sucks. He doesn't really do much for you. But then the -X changes things, and holy shit does it change things. Oh my god, this deck is absolutely nutty. He is a reanimator machine. As you can see right there, return target creature card with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a vampire in addition to its other types. So -X means you can choose how much of Sorin's loyalty you're going to pay for, whatever you want to resurrect, right? So in a deck where you have very high impact 2-drops and 3-drops, this is a very powerful ability, and there are few decks out there which has more impactful 2-drops and 3-drops than the likes of Esper Midrange, because we got Hero of Prison 1 as a 2-drop, which we built this entire deck around, and we have the likes of Deputy Detention, and more importantly, Thief of Sanity. Thief of Sanity is a crazy resurrection target for Sorin, but also Deputy Detention in case we need tempo, we need to play more defensively. And like I said, bringing back Hero of Prison 1 is also a possibility. We could also potentially bring back Hostage Taker and Basilica Bellhunt as well, though we'd rather go for the +2 first before doing that, because otherwise we would lose Sorin in the process. But in a pinch, we can use Sorin to go for the -4 immediately and play Hostage Taker from our graveyard, which could potentially be game-winning. This is a very, very powerful effect. Being able to recycle and bring back your creatures in a build like Esper Midrange is so damn powerful, and I really do think pushes this deck further and may make it tier 1. And I'm very excited if that were to happen, because I think this is a much cooler way of playing Esper than standard Esper Control. Yes, we're playing Teferi, but come on now, we only got 1 counter spell, and that's for other control decks, and the rest is just very creature and removal heavy. And like I said, the vast majority of our lineup is multicolored because we are building this deck around Hero of Prison 1. So let's take a look at it from this perspective. As you can see, we have early game removal in the forms of Mortify as our 3-mana removal that is running. We're running as a 4 of because we want to be able to deal with all sorts of enchantments. But on top of that, we have 3 copies of Tyrant's Scorn, replacing the likes of Cast Down, because it is a multicolored spell, meaning that it triggers Hero of Prison 1. And if we can have a reasoning to run a multicolored spell over a regular colored spell, we go for it. And Tyrant's Scorn definitely gives us a good removal resource. that fits that role, as it is a Dimir 2-mana removal tool that can destroy creatures that are converted mana cost 3 or less, or return a bigger creature potentially to the owner's hand as well. So good enough to fit onto his deck and do what it has to do. And the fact that it triggers hero is very important, as on top of that we have hand disruption with Thought Erasure as a 4-of. Very strong in Esper, not only Esper control, but in this build as well, as we can mitigate its lack of tempo with a hero or priest and 1 on the board, creating a 1/1 white human creature token when we go for it, right? But on top of that, we have a one-off of Dovin's Veto, or as I like to call, Danny DeVito, the shortest but bravest of all counter spells, as we can absolutely shut down the likes of Esper control, going for a very important play like a Teferi, for example, or more predominantly versus the likes of Reclamation focused decks like Timur and Simic with Nexus, as we can counter. They tend to have like more mana. They float a lot of mana because of Wilderness Reclamation and because of Growth Spiral and all that. So they tend to have the ability to build up a lot of mana and then go for their key plays and back them up with their own counter spells to counter your counters. But with Dovin's Veto, or like I said, Danny DeVito here, we say no. And no is no. And that's as simple as that. So 10 out of 10 narration, I know. It's so good that we are running 3 more than the Vetoes here on the sideboard to help us in those sorts of matchups. And of course, the fact that it's a multicolored counterspell, I think I've already addressed this issue enough, right? It's muy bueno with Hero. Muy bueno. So on top of that, we have triple Hostage Taker, 2 Basilica Bellhunts for the aggro matchups, double Teferi, and double Liliana Dreadhorde General. Another very powerful and overall very cool Planeswalker who puts a lot of work in this deck because of her passive, which is absolutely nuts, as it does not limit itself to non-token creature, sorry. So that means that we can go for the -4 and have both of us, you and your opponent, sacrifice 2 creatures, but with likes of Hero, Priest, and 1, we can just resort to sacrificing the 1/1 tokens and drawing 2 cards on top of that. So a very powerful 6-game play to work towards that, despite not being multicolored, doesn't really matter. It puts in the work. She synergizes really well with Hero and overall gives us a very reliable late game win condition. On top of that, we have one off of Time Wipe, which I like quite a bit, as it can enable us to really get the upper hand versus the likes of any sort of creature-based deck, really, as we can, we can wipe the board while also preserving a key unit for us. We can return Hostage Taker to our hand, Thief of Sanity, etc. So very, very strong. And I like running it as a one-off in this deck with 2 more in the sideboard. Big shout-outs to VTC LA, by the way. He is my favorite deck builder, personally. I like his approach towards the Dimir-centered list. And I took heavy inspiration from his own build when it comes to optimizing mine. In regards to the sideboard, we have 2 Duresses, 3 Dovin's Veto, 2 D-Spark, 1 Kaya Orzhov Usurper, 2 Ross's Contempt, 2 Basilica Bellhunts for the aggro matchup, 1 Eldest Reborn, and 2 extra Time Wipes. And I really like this sideboard. I think it covers most of the matchups really well. And this deck is just really solid, honestly. Like, I recorded some gameplay prior to this intro, and I'm pretty happy with the results, even though obviously I am playing in early access and it's best of 1. But I think this deck is truly legit, as we have good early game removal, good tempo, enchantment removal, severe disruption, and graveyard interaction now with Sorin. So it's just beautiful. Like, I really like Sorin, and I'm very excited to play and build more decks around him in the future for sure. And that is pretty much it, as I've been rambling for over 8 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed the games. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for daily MTG content. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, here we go. Good old Esper Hero. I miss this deck. Sorin is just so exciting. Like, the ability to be able to reutilize my low, cost creatures again and again, like Deputy Detention, Fun Police, like recycling Fun Police, and Hero, Priest, and 1. This deck is just... it brings quite the good memories, as it was the first deck that I think I used to grind to the high end of Mythic, right? So, yeah, this hand is a little bit caca. I'm gonna have to mulligan. Hoping for a... because 2 check lands is just not really what I want to go with. I'm going to keep this, though, as we do have all... I'm going to keep that, too. We have all Esper colors available to us. I'm going to lead off with the Watery Grave, and then I'll follow that up with the Isolated Chapel. We have Tyrant Scorn turn 2, in case we need it, even though we have Mortify as well, so perhaps that was a little bit unnecessary. Alright, so our opponent leads off with the ugly version of Opt. Like, I'm never going to get over that. Like, why do people do this? I'm going to drop the Isolated Chapel in case I want to use Tyrant Scorn at instant speed. This is a very nice early removal tool. Yeah, look at that. I mean, do I really need to destroy that? I don't think so. Ross's Contempt. I think I can hold Scorn one more turn in case he has like a... Ooh. I could play Thief of Sanity right off the bat. I kind of want to do that before he gets his Ross's Contempt enabled. Even though I could play Hero Priest in 1 before that, I'd rather do this, because if he doesn't have an answer for Thief of Sanity, this could be very, very powerful right here. So I'd rather prioritize this over getting value of the Hero Priest in 1, especially because I drew him a little bit too late. Unless he has a Lava Coil here, or any sort of like red source of damage, we're in a good spot if we get this attack through. Nice. Let's start taking... Oh! Whoa! 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 I just came off really Italian, I know, but what the hell is that? Okay, I'm gonna take Nicol Bolas. Alright, and I'm gonna play Hero of Priest in 1. He's playing Jace, the Wielder of Mysteries. I gotta build a self-mill deck with Jace right there. There is Daddy Nick. We're gonna discard. I already have Mortify, and it seems like it doesn't have other units that I can, you know, use Titan Scorn for. So I think I'm gonna actually discard you, because every other card I have, I can reach good value with. I'm just gonna Mortify that. Get the hero engine going. And I will take the Opt. Next turn I could potentially Thought Erasure into Opt if I don't draw into a land. Otherwise I could just drop Basilica. He does find a second source of black mana, which means he's gonna go for the Ross's Contempt right there, which makes sense. And we are gonna go for the Thought Erasure. Oh. You can play both Liliana and Nicol Bolas. Which was more threatening to me? This generates creatures right off the bat. This draws him cards. I think I gotta get rid of Papa Nick here. There we go. So Liliana, you can play this turn anyways, but at least Liliana won't necessarily...
If I were you, I'd just surrender right now.
Oh boy.
Rise!
At least Liliana we can mitigate somewhat. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go.
I won't hide from the world. I'm not ready for
Yeah,
this.
don't hide from the moment of Fairy. We need you to deal with Liliana right there. Like, immediately. Alright, we're able to shut her down. She's gonna come back, but at least we'll be more ready when that happens. We're 1 mana away from being able to play our own Liliana. Oh, yes! Yes, the power! I can feel the power flow through me, and we got Danny DeVito! Danny DeVito to counter Liliana. Fuck yeah, Danny DeVito. Alright, we're gonna play Liliana Dreadhorde General here. Hopefully, we don't get countered. Motherfucker! Uh-oh, Danny DeVito just got denied. Well, shit. Well, damn. Oh, no! We did not get denied. What the fuck am I doing? We actually did not get denied. We have Danny DeVito. I forgot about the fairy. Jesus Christ. I'm all over the place today. It's okay. We got the shortest but most powerful counterspell in the game. Danny DeVito. Nice. Denied. It sucks that we weren't able to play our Liliana though. And let's keep on drawing.
Hurry!
We're gonna keep Belhunt and Nicol Bolas from, you know, if our opponent like starts drawing cards. I think at this point we're just gonna play Deputy Detention, aka Fun Police, to deal with that zombie token right there. We are going to drop it here. We're not gonna play Basilica Belhunt just yet, and we are going to start attacking him. Honestly. We lose one of the tokens, but we start getting damage on him, which is very important at this point. So Teferi works different now. Before you automatically targeted. Now it doesn't. Okay, yeah, that's not really. That's not really the most relevant card right now. I mean, obviously you can draw.
Let's skip to the good part.
Let's see if I can get something good to discard here. I'm obviously going to discard the Thought Erasure, and we're going to keep the other Teferi here. I think at this point we do want to just drop Basilica Belhunt, though. We're not going to be able to discard anything, but we get some more pressure onto him. And we can just continue to attack with everything, because we want to end this game quickly. I will be utilizing the -3 with the Teferi next turn, because I do not want to resurrect something. He's got quite a few targets to hit as well. We got to discard the Thought Erasure here. Not even keeping anything in his hand to bluff. We're gonna get that out of there, because otherwise he's just gonna bring Liliana back, or even worse, like Nicol Bolas, Dragon God, or even the Ravager. There's just like this Eldritch Reborn could be very powerful. So obviously we are gonna say no to that. We're gonna go like reverse. We're gonna keep this Hallowed Fountain in our hand. I'm actually just gonna play Nicol Bolas here. And hopefully I don't get disconnected from that. Okay. Well, I mean, I think it's pretty, you know, it's safe to assume we were gonna win that game. Like, at that point, you know, like, we pretty much had him locked in. I don't know what happened. I guess there's no reconnect feature in the early access streamer, you know, client thing. So, I'm going to take that as a win. Because, come on, that was a win. Yeah, let's go to the next one. All right, Wadafon VIP. I don't know why I said the VIP. We're all VIPs here. We're all special people, apparently. And I am going to keep this rather special hand because it has two, not one, but two Thought Erasures, followed by a Thief Vicinity on curve. The initial plan is obviously to play Thought Erasure turn 2, remove the, deal with the removal, and then move on to a Thief Vicinity turn 3 that could potentially be game winning, depending on what we're facing though. They may have more or less answers, and it seems we're facing some zombies. I'm going to take a little bit of damage here, and I'm going to go for the Thought Erasure. I think it's very key here. Ooh, well, that's a problem. I will keep that Tyrant Scorn there. No. Destroy. There we go. I almost misclicked there. We're going to use Tyrant's Scorn there to deal with that Death Baron. So now we've dealt with two of them, basically. Gleaming Overseer is a little bit annoying, but at least a bit slower. We are going to go for the Hostage Taker here, though. And we're actually going to take away the Graveyard Marshal. Next turn, we'll be able to utilize Thought Erasure and cast Graveyard Marshal, regardless of whether we draw a land or not. Down goes another one. Alright. Time Wipe here could be very good, even though I require one more source of white. But as of now, we are going to go with the Thought Erasure first. Gonna get rid of Liliana in his hand. Definitely, we're going to keep that there. No, that's not exactly what we want. I want the blue source of mana, actually. Sorry, the white source of mana. So I'm going to drop that swamp to the graveyard there, because I do want to enable the Time Wipe. And I'm going to play the Graveyard Marshal, giving me enough blockers to go by to slow this man down and potentially stabilize from this point onwards. We do have Mortify on top of that. We can't really, this thing has Menace, so we have to utilize 2 blockers to deal with it. But at least we do have the blockers at this point. Alright, just as he found his land too, that's beautiful. Okay, I really need that source of mana here. I'm gonna play you. It's too bad Thief of Sanity cannot steal lands, because that's really what I want. I have good enough card quality here. Oh boy. Okay. I don't know why he's not attacking with that, but I am quite simply going to block with these 2. I'm not going to take a hit from that. Midnight Reaper does not affect tokens, so he won't draw from that one, and I'll take the 3 damage. And we draw into a land. Beautiful. But we need to deal with this Midnight Reaper first, before any of that happens. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to attack. See what we take here. We have to take the Gutter Bones, because otherwise he'll get it. Because if we send Gutter Bones to the graveyard, he can actually return to his hand, so we have to take that. We're going to play the Glacial Fortress here. I could go for the Time Wipe, like I said, but I can't because of this. So I'm actually going to go for the Mortify. Well, I'm going to play you for now. I may encourage him to attack later, so I'm actually not going to play. Well, he could top deck a counter spell. He could top deck a counter spell, so I'm gonna deal with this now. We have Basilica Bellhunt anyways, because he's playing blue, so he could be running negates, innocent sabotages, etc. So I want to make sure I can deal with that Midnight Reaper when I can. And what I'm gonna do afterwards is, well, depending on what he does, of course, we'll do different things. I'm gonna block into these 2. I'll gladly trade those. That's fine, because as long as I eliminate them. Interesting. Let's attack with you. Let's take, I could take the Dreadhorde Invasion, but I'm way too low. So I'm actually just going to take the Gleaming Overseer. And I could go for the board wipe, and I think I am going to do that. Should I? I could just play Basilica Bellhunt. No, I'm going to do this. I return Thief of Sanity, and I wipe out the board, baby. Now he's basically top decking. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're gonna go double. Double trouble. Before he top decks Cry the Canarium. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Got him. Not bad. Showcased off, what was that card named? I keep forgetting its name. Time Warp? No, it was Time Wipe. Time Wipe. Pretty damn good card against creature focused decks. Because it's like a Kaya's Wrath with extra value added on top of it, which is pretty damn nice. With the Maidens. I didn't even know that was an avatar, honestly. Should I keep this hand? I am missing, or lacking rather, blue mana. Which is definitely a bit of a predicament. But otherwise, this hand looks decent. I'm going to keep it. Because if I do draw into blue source of mana, we're good. And otherwise, we do have Basilica Bellhunt pretty much enabled at this point. And Sorin as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with it. We do draw into a land, but it is not a blue source of mana. I've seen a deck like this before. It uses the Goblin Dude alongside a bunch of like cheap spells that boost attack to synergize with the Dreadhorde Arcanist here. Feather the Redeemed. It's called Feathered. That's kind of a lame name. Alright, so yeah, this is really good with this sort of strategy. This is a really cool deck. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Basilica Bellhunt. Make him discard a card and heal up 3. I don't really have any other plays. The problem is I can't really protect Sorin from this flyer. And I keep drawing into non-blue sources of mana, and that makes me cry every time. Interesting. I mean, I'll just take the hit. That was a bit of a strange play. I can't really play Basilica. Sorry, Sorin here. This is not the board state for Sorin. I mean, I'm 1 mana away from being able to play Liliana. I could technically play Sorin because if I play Sorin and it buys me some time. But I'm not in the biggest hurry right now. So I'm not gonna play him. I'm gonna try to ease up this board state a little bit. You know, drawing into a blue source of mana would also help because I do have Deputy Detention, I do have Thought Erasure, Danny DeVito. That's pretty good. This is a deck that I definitely want to try to build later down the line. Okay, there we go. We did it, boys. Okay, I'm gonna try to hold back a little bit. Okay, so he's cycling through his deck. He's trying to find an answer. If I can just if I can make it out of this round, out of this turn. Oh boy. Then I can have Dovin's Veto, Danny DeVito here, protect my Deputy Detention from further removal. I can also just play Liliana and have a good wipe going on. If he wants to attack, I got really good blockers here. I got Basilica, which just trades with anything. If he wants to try to smork me, then so be it. He does not, though. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, a beautiful thing. I could go for Sorin and keep Dovin's Veto enabled. But I'd rather go Liliana. I'd rather go for the big girl play. No, because I have to sacrifice 2 of my creatures. All right, what am I talking about? I forgot, you know. Not really what I want right now. I think Sorin. I think for now Sorin is good.
I will have revenge for House Markov.
Cool story, bro.
I abhor my need for blood.
I could have thought Erasure, but like I said, I'd rather have the counter spell in case he has like a lightning strike or something to deal with this. Like that. Daddy DeVito! Denying! Evil. Actually, shit. Okay. Ouch. Alright, so we do have another source of blue mana. That's pretty good. We can always just return Basilica Bellhunt here, and I like that a lot. Oh my god, Sorin is so cool. Let's get a Basilica Vampire, shall we? Oh, that is so dope! That is so dope, man. That is so cool. His +2 like is really bad, right? Like it's just really meh. But oh my god, his resurrection ability is just insane. Absolutely insane. These things are annoying though, not even gonna lie. I do kind of want to just play Liliana though.
I am the master here. Rise and shine.
He's top decking. Oh, he's desperate. I like this. I like this deck though. Like I like this concept. I'm pretty sure it can be optimized quite a bit. We're gonna take a big hit from that. Okay, so I'm going to block you. And I'm going to block. Alright. Nice. I guess he didn't find anything. Level up, bro! There we go. God, Sorin is so good though. That just felt so good. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this Planeswalker. Board Games Arena. Bring it. We're on quite the streak with this deck. I haven't lost yet. You know, knock on wood or whatever. I don't even know that's appropriate, but we're gonna keep this in because we have a pretty decent curve from turn 3 and onwards. We have 3 lands. Like it's not the greatest. Like it would be better if we had like a hero, priest, and 1 to lead off with, but it works. I'm 1 black source of mana away from ensuring I can play Basilica Bellhunt on turn 4, which, considering I may be facing a rather aggressive opponent, may be something that I want to look forward to. But unfortunately, I draw into a Hallowed Fountain, which is not the source of mana that I want to see. Because I really would like to play Basilica on curve here. Alright, this may be like a Mardu. I'm going to play Fun Police. To deal with the Gutter Bones for the time being. Alright, definitely will be targeting that with Mortify here. Pretty good. We got the second source of black mana, which means we will be able to play Basilica Bellhunt and Liliana. We're 1 mana away from being able to play Liliana as well, which is pretty damn sweet. Alright, the Cruel Celebrant. I know about this card. Got some Aristocrats action going on. Alright, Basilica, I choose you. Alright. We can't really power through, but we can with Basilica. With Basilica, I will start going face. There we go. Before anything, we're going to attack. With Basilica, we're going to try to apply some pressure here. We're going to play Best Girl Liliana.
Your corpse will make it. Good help is easy to find in war.
The key thing about Liliana is the synergy potential with Hero, Priest, and 1, right? I can go for the -4, sacrifice 2 1/1s, and against mid-range matchups, you can put in massive work, right? Oh, okay. Well, I guess,
Dead.
God, that's so good, though.
How uncivilized.
That's so good. Her passive is just so neat. Bag off! Deck! Alright, we're gonna go for the +1 again.
Putrid, but effective.
We're in no, like, rush. I say that while I attack. I know that may seem a little bit dumb, but I do want to smork him a little bit, and I have good removal tools here. I got Tyrant's Scorn and Mortify. This would all be so much better if I actually had, you know, Hero, Priest, and 1. Liliana just gives this deck so much feel with her passive. It's absolutely nutty. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this Planeswalker. It's nice because it's been a while since we had like a good Liliana. Ooh, no. That's a little bit concerning. I could Tyrant Scorn this, obviously at the end of the turn. I can deal with that. Like, these are going to be my 2 targets. Let's see if he opts to attack or not. Alright, so I'm definitely going to be targeting Priest of the Forgotten Gods here. The question is, will I Mortify? Will I Mortify this? Well, for the time being, I'm going to approach it like this. Sorin is really cool, but he's also really balanced, right? Because I don't know, it's just a really cool Planeswalker design. It's already like becoming one of my favorites. Yeah, I guess that'll be fun.
I'll find a use for you later.
That's getting a little bit out of hand, though. Not even gonna lie.
Smelly, but effective.
Yeah, these Celebrants are actually getting really good damage on it. And it's not Mardu. This is just, even though he's playing the Footlight Fiend, this is just Orzhov. Orzhov Aristocrats. This thing has pushed quite a bit of damage on me, despite me having such dominant board state going on. So I guess I gotta start respecting it a little bit. Okay. Okay. Alright. Dangerous deck. I want to try Mardu Aristocrats with Sorin for sure. That seems like super damn fun. And this she's annoying. I'm gonna go for the Mortify. Alright, Thief. I gotta be careful because I may just end up killing myself if I play Midnight Reaper and I sacrifice 2. I don't think I can afford that play.
What a good, mindless minion.
I'm not gonna do anything else until I deal with this. I'm gonna keep it like this. Maybe I should pull the trigger a little bit more, but that Celebrant is actually okay. There we go. Sorin, my boy. Sorin, my boy.
My sword is your death knell.
I mean, I played him without even like thinking what else to do. Cause okay, I'm gonna attack with this first. There we go. With this, we counteract that one. Good thief. Good thief of sanity. Good boy. Alright, I'm gonna go with a -4.
Oh, I do love a good death wail.
I think, yeah, these 2 for now. All right, so with this, we're both gonna gain health, but at least I'm gonna deny or, you know, nullify that. Oh, okay, there you are. It took you a while. We got Hostage Taker too, so yeah, from this point onwards, it's looking pretty. Hey, what is it? Ooh, that's an artifact. I can take that. I forgot bolus into those as an artifact actually. Okay, so I guess that's mine. I guess that's mine. Nice. Easy. Wow. Okay, so I want to stay alive, so I do want to keep this. I'm gonna give him back the gutter bones. Like I could care less. She's just giving me fuel. That is crazy. That's like Aristocrat's own experimental frenzy. That is spooky. That's my toy now, though. Mine? Oh, mine? He did not like that. Oh, dude, this card. I may have overlooked Bola's Citadel. Not even gonna lie. Oh my god. Oh, that's a deck list right there. I think I showcased enough games. We actually went undefeated in this recording session, which is pretty funny actually. This is a pretty solid looking list. Like not only the main deck but also the sideboard. I think the sideboard is very flexible. I miss me some good old Esper Midrange. I have not played Esper Midrange in a very long time, and I think tools like Sorin are very, very key. Like Sorin just felt so damn good, and Liliana too. Her passive is just absolutely nutty, especially in conjunction with the hero Priest and 1, like sacrificing my little dudes and drawing cards on top of that. That just seems so powerful. Time wipe also really good utility and just the board wipe, and overall I think Esper Midrange got a big boost, especially because of cards like Tyrant Scorn as well. Very, very happy with this list. I think this sort of archetype is going to make quite the impact in the metagame for sure, and it is fun as hell to play, which is also important. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily MTG content. I'm going to feature a new War of the Spark deck every single day. And I just appreciate you watching, so have a soul day, and I'll see you tomorrow.